Right. Can you guys see my screen? Yeah, there's a
Yes,
presentation. Okay,
yes,
meet your audience. It's called meet your
yeah.
audience, or how to communicate with your audience. So basically, we have identified four stages in your growth. We'll see what they are. The first one is, as I said, based on simplicity, getting clicks. Now, the more content you move, the better, because the more people you can eventually reach. Now, social media can help you with this, yeah, because we see, and Georgina is having these great talks with teachers, helping them exactly to understand how they can, use the different social media, whatever you choose to use, whatever channel you choose to use, you can use it in a way so that you reach your audience. Yeah. So the first thing is asking yourself, okay, what can I do so that people engage with my message? Yeah. So what content, what headline is very important. Mark is here with us. He's a journalist. He knows the importance of a good headline. Yeah. But the first thing is move content of others if you want by sharing. So you share content. We will see a practical example. I'll ask you to share something with me, and we'll see how it operates, the mechanisms. But getting clicks is your first and easiest objective. Yeah, you have a lot of content in the blog. You have a system that automatically adds your IDC, so that then the client is for you. So it's as simple as choosing what to share and who to share with. This is it. Yeah. The second stage is now, okay, now that you are getting some results, now why not? Why, now that you've mastered the system of sharing, why not creating content of your own for your primary audience? We'll see what it is. That will position you immediately in our marketplace. So in the moment when you start creating content, you are in the marketplace as well. So creating content is, it requires just to learn the tools, but eventually, more importantly, is knowing what to write about. Now, the third stage is, now let's use Google, because Google can actually operate very well for you. Now, what Google can do is, now that we have a relevant message, something that people engage with, Google will know it and will rank it higher. That's why you have to know what your audience wants to read. Now, for instance, with my example from Patricia's blog post about the military, that post is very highly ranked on Google. But we have to know also what other searches do these people do, so that she provides more content of the kind for them. And then our help, I will show you in a minute what it means to use the display adverts for remarketing. I have a great example, something that happened yesterday to me, so I'll show you in a minute. But as soon as you start being relevant in Google, then even much later in time, you will be getting clients. So you will get the clients that read you, that have their search about whatever, they come across something that they believe it's relevant for them, and they click on you. So Google positioning is something that operates long term. Remember the long term strategies. We have to have them in mind. And definitely, Oxinity has a lot of help here for you guys. And finally, we have to realize something, which is the more students you get, the more you sell. So uh, this is always true. I mean, you can see it in the partners that have more growth. The more you get, the more you sell. The more students you get, the more you sell, which means that there comes a point when you will have over demand. So if you're alone there, little can you do about it? I mean, there is what you can do is try to, I don't know, maybe in order not to turn people down, to use a friend to pass them on a client, but then you are losing the client if you do that. Here, we want the mechanism to be different. If you're going to pass a client to someone else, keep the margin so that you can actually keep growing beyond, much beyond your capacity to teach. So what is your primary audience? And here is where everyone knows their strengths. And you guys have to identify, I have a piece of cake here. Well, this diagram shows you. There are much more than these six or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, or seven stages. So, or pieces or segments. There is a lot out there, a lot that you can write about and a lot that you can communicate, but you have to decide what your primary audience will be. Just decide it because this is based on your previous experiences about your expertise. So whenever you talk to this audience, you will do it with knowledge. So for instance, I'll show you an example very in a minute with one of Anna's posts. She's definitely taking the Barcelona market. She knows it and she writes about it. So what will happen is that if these posts of hers are there in the right moment, which I believe they are, then people are going to click and are going to help her be on the top pages of Google. So what is your primary audience? Is it how kids learn? Or is it something like what are the possibilities locally to learn a language? Say in your town, if you're in Madrid, in Madrid, if you are in Guadalajara, in Guadalajara. Doesn't matter if it's a small town, because whenever we have a person wanting to learn English in Guadalajara, that's what they will do. Profesor de Inglés o Academia de Inglés en Guadalajara. They won't go and search for Madrid option, let alone Barcelona. Yeah, they will stay local. So choosing to write about the local opportunities, the local business or the business locally is also a very wise option. Now, Georgina, for instance, has written about exam techniques. So she has taken this segment as well, and she can develop it and write more relevant stuff for it. Or tips for learners, or learn with music, for instance. Yeah. Yes, we have to perfect things there, but this segment is also very interesting. Let alone English for specific purposes. So English for architecture or military or tourism, hospitality, whatever it is. You have to know what your primary audience is and what is relevant for them. And then things will happen organically. Then you will be reaching your secondary audience just because you have written something that has apparently nothing to do but engages, nothing to do with your primary audience. So for instance, sorry, for nothing to do with your secondary audience. So for instance, I'm reading an article because I need I want to see what are the best children books for my kids. But I also see that, what's going on in this environment is that these guys are teaching languages online. And I've always wanted to learn Spanish, for instance. Okay, so, or English. So whatever it is, you can get to, you can expand beyond your primary audience just because whoever reads you, you never know, may engage with your offer. So what are you communicating, and is your message relevant? Here is where you have to work a little bit, because as I said, the content is great, but we have to perfect maybe that message, that headline that will make a difference. Be even disruptive. Don't be afraid. I sometimes see a very good opportunity, but we have to catch the attention. So what is your message? What is that, what you're saying? Work a little bit on it. Here are three very good, in my opinion, examples. Yeah, people search for phrasal verbs. So Georgina has aprende phrasal verbs con canciones. All right. As I was saying, Anna's example, las 5 mejores academias de inglés en Barcelona, the 5 best academies, English academies in Barcelona. So what she's doing here is amazing because she's taking the Barcelona offline market and she's making a comparison. Yeah, it's there is a risk in it because there are four more apart from our option, obviously from Xfinity. There are four other options that are there, but yet you're telling the market that you are there along with the ones that have more more relevance probably in the city locally. And then there is another one which I found interesting: 4 ways to practice English outside of class that aren't Netflix. Maybe this is for you, Jazz, because it kind of answers what you can do or what students can do for homework. So yeah, so yeah. But truth be told, here in what we are communicating, here is where you will have to do a lot of thinking. So what is that works? What bothers me every time I read someone else's blogs of these schools is of other schools, other providers, is the cliches that they're using. But on the other hand, we have to acknowledge that these cliches have become, by repetition, they are accepted as valid, which they are not. So, for instance, if you want to know, for instance, if you want to answer the question, how long does it take to learn a language? Maybe one of the first searches will be the Cambridge, the British Council, etc., and they will tell you, oh, well, you know, it takes 200 hours to go up a level. But what they don't tell you is, yeah, but you don't need to pay for all of them. So people have accepted to repeat cliches after cliches, which help them get the message across, get clients, but are not necessarily true. So what I say is, do not repeat them, but break them. You can do that. So a headline can well be, yes, it may take 200 hours to go up a level, but you don't need to pay for all of them. So which is the thing that they hide, because everyone is interested in having chronicle clients. So work a lot on what your message is. People, for instance, Mark wrote a great blog post about politics, and then it made me think of the English of the politicians. So you have a whole lot of possibilities there to develop that and to link it to education. Whether you will do it or not, well, that's entirely up to you, Mark. But it made me think of what can be relevant because it's something that people definitely make people talk about. And of course, we have to explain how people learn. Explain it to the world. You know it. You know that it's not with 15 minutes a day. It's not because we're going to learn 1,000 words. It's not because no, tell the world how, or tell people how they can learn in the best possible way, and work a little bit on the title. Yeah, but again, let's make this something very simple, very, very simple. And remember, it has to be based on sharing in the first place. Yeah. So what do you think? I wanna see what your strategies right after this message. What are your strategies, guys? I know some of them, but not all of them. So I don't know. I see Brent is here with us. Hi, Brent. I don't know if you can hear us, but what is your Anna? Let's start with Anna. Anna, can you share your strategy, your growth strategy with these guys?
Well, at the moment, I'm going to focus mostly. I'm always doing many things at the same time, so this way I can test different strategies and see what's the most effective way. But I'm really thinking that what can be very beneficial is so I'm going to use lots of Google resources and probably I'm planning to write many blogs about how to do whatever, right? How to learn phrasal verbs, how to, I don't know, used to be, these type of questions. So basically, I'm going to mm, write a question and offer the answer, right? And let's see what's going on with this comparison that I've done. The five best schools in Barcelona. Let's see what's going on with that, and probably some other comparison related to language may be very interesting too. So basically, I think blogging, we can really rely on that, especially since now we've got a marketplace, and together with the marketplace, blogging and Obscenity ads, I think that it's going to be really boom. That's all.
We can't hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you, Ramila.
Sorry. Yeah. So what you can take from Anna's strategy is that she has taken one place, which in her case is Barcelona, and she's working. This is not the first post about the market in Barcelona that she's written. So yes, we will see how it goes, and probably it will take much more than one post, of course. But she will position herself as someone that knows the market in Barcelona. So if you are in a place, no, as I said, no matter how small, but you know it, start with it. It can be actually a very good opportunity for you guys. Steve, for instance, must know very well the Valencia market, I believe, or um, and the segment there, whatever it is. So think how you can do that, how what information you can provide to Google so that the audience, the local audience finds you. Viva is in Granada, right, Viva? So think of the situation there. Who's your competitor there? And just try to put the message of your services, of who you are in it. Well, Anna, you wanted to mention something?
Yeah, I just wanted to comment that I think that it's important not only to limit to one thing, right? So even if we focus on local market, we still need to think about other ideas, just not to become boring, probably, right?
Mhm.
I mean, one
Yes.
post can be about local market, another post can be about, I don't know, exams in English, tips for kids, or similar, right? I mean, it's always combination of something, I think. That's just
Yeah.
my advice.
Let me show you another thing that I wanted to share with you. Um, just a moment. Let me find it. Yes, here. So doing, I was reading this article, which is how to get your house tidy in 20 minutes. Yeah, fantastic read, this one. But I was scrolling down, and here I came across this. Yeah, this is us. This is obscenity. So it's an obscenity advert, which I can click. But if I'm a user, if I'm a reader, and for some reason I have first click one of your links, even if I haven't done anything further, I was just engaged with reading your blog post. Now that I see that, if I click it, then I will be, this is called remarketing. This is what we do. This is a paid display advert on Google that Obscenity does. That will help only those who have previously shared something and someone has clicked. So if you've got clicks with this blog post or any other, and then you click this, then the client is for you. It's super simple. So these are the two mechanisms, you sharing and us paying for something. You don't pay, you just share. Yeah, Obscenity pays. And yet because the client has clicked your link first, then they click, when they click this, the client is for you. So you see the impact. This is something that no one, or at least I don't know of. If you hear about someone doing it, let me know. But I don't. No one is helping the teacher that way, for instance, yeah, to keep the client. Let's say that going back to the idea of simplicity, here, sharing will give you something, which is clicks. Sharing is giving you clicks. Sharing is simple. Sharing is super straightforward. Sharing is giving you clicks. Now, Oxinity, through paid adverts, through things like that, then gives you follow-up. Yes, the sales team is going to do follow-up, but also Google with our adverts does the follow-up on your behalf as well. You don't even realize until you get to see there in your oh, it's GA underscore something, Google AdWords, the display advert that we once posted. Yeah, so even if you focus on your first stage, sharing, then we help you with the rest. Okay, so remember that. What stage are you? Are you just brand new to it? Start sharing. You're in stage 1, and yet Oxinity starts helping. You're on stage 2. Fantastic. You're now creating content. What is relevant, what people read, what people click. Yeah, all these are the long-term strategies that will help a big deal so that you get to communicate well to your audience. Yeah, but even in stage 1, you have a huge opportunity. Would you like, can someone send me here a link to one of their posts, so that the blog post, so that I show you how it operates? Who wants to send me, go to the blog, take one of your, just copy to clipboard the link and send it to me. Would you like to do it, Anna, for me?
Here.
Yeah, give me
Here
one
you go.
second.
I sent you one if you
Yeah,
want.
yeah,
You
it's
sent
okay,
me
go.
one? Georgina, perfect. Right, what I'll do, I will copy that. Just a minute. And I will open now an incognito session and start sharing again. Okay, so I'm new to it. Yeah, I've started an incognito session so that because I don't want cookies. Yeah, can you see my screen?
No,
No.
no.
Okay, so what Georgina has done, if you want, Georgina, you can show them how you got your how you copied the URL so that the guys see how easy it is. But eventually, imagine you will do it in a minute. So I receive her her URL and I'm copying here and yeah, this is what I do. I read it and I engage and I say, oh, actually, this is very good. Let me see this and that. That's it. Yeah. Now, I keep doing my life. I keep doing things. And then I remember I see one of those display adverts. So I click on Oxinity. Yeah, just that. Just Oxinity. It takes me to Georgina as well. Why? Because I've clicked in the first place this, yeah? So through her environment now, this is now her profile. Okay, I'm going to register for a clase por videoconferencia, yeah? And I'm going to put my name. Okay. Have you received something, Georgina?
Sorry. Just a sec. Just a little tiny weeny sec. Let me see. There.
Well, while she's asking,
There
she
you
didn't
are.
share. Yeah, I'm there.
Yep.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Yep.
This
Yep.
is it. This is what
There
happens.
you are.
You know. So can you show now how you sent me that link so that, well, these guys see how how easy this is?
Sure. So I went to my, oh shoot. There. Well, I went to my, oh, no, this is me. I went to my site. I clicked on my blog. I clicked on my read more. And I took this, I copied it, and I sent it to you.
Great.
And I pasted. So that's
Okay.
what I paste on the social networks.
Now, okay, fantastic. So now, in case you don't have anything of your own, a content of your own, you can still do this. Let me show you. Okay, so can you guys see my screen?
Let me see. Yes, yes, we
Yes.
can.
Now I'm here. I have logged into iam.oxinity.com. This is me now, Radmila. Yeah. And what I'll do is I'm going to go to the oxinity.com. And here in blog, yeah, now I don't have anything. Yeah, imagine that I haven't produced any single content here. But what I'll do now is I will click Georgina's post again. Where is it? Here. Yeah, now we'll do it the other way around. I am just sharing. So I take the link from the clipboard. I copy it. Now it's me with my IDC. Yeah. And I'm going to send it to you, Georgina. So take whatever I'm sharing here. Yeah. You take it.
But how do I take it? What do you mean? Oh, there.
It's on
Okay.
Teams. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I
Now
take it.
I'm sharing something, and Georgina is my reader.
Okay. So I
Yeah,
take it.
you take it. Share your screen.
But I have to do incognito session, I
Yes,
guess, because if
yes,
not,
yes, exactly.
it will take. Okay. All right. New incognito.
You share your screen.
Yep. Yep. Just a sec. Yeah. I just wanted to. Where's my incognito session? Wait. Here. Okay, here it is. I copied it and now I paste it here.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the IDC up here, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay, I've copied Blanca's post, but it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
whatever.
It doesn't matter. Yes, okay. So now go to Primera Clase Gratis. Yeah, now fill with, something that says, yeah, test.
Like, okay. But this will go to Blanca's.
No, to me, because I'm
To
sharing.
you.
To me.
This is your IDC, okay.
Yeah, because I've just copied, yeah, this is it. So, okay, whatever, let me see. Now I'm going to share my Salesforce.
Okay.
Just a minute. Okay, so here it is. Yeah, I was the one that clicked someone else's blog post, but I shared it. And you see my interested person FFF, which is Georgina, just clicked. That's it. Yeah. Okay, so what I did is I shared something that I consider super interesting, engaging, of value. Someone reacted, and that's it. I got the lead. As simple as this. So stage one, it's sharing and ask yourself, who can I send what? Who can I send a message? What message? And then you do it. Now, how many of you have actually used this method? Who has experience with it? You?
No, I don't know. I don't know. I post one blog entry from the Oxinity blog once a day at least on LinkedIn, and maybe
Mhm.
once a week on Facebook. So I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really know. I cannot see directly who am I posting about and who and what, but I'm getting a bunch of clicks. That's it. Like I don't really
Now,
mind
what
about the
I
rest.
well, yeah, it's true. But eventually, yeah, maybe it will take some time until you actually realize all the benefits from it. But for instance, what I did, I shared something that Blanca wrote. Now, what is Blanca's benefit in all this? You may wonder. So why? Because we saw clearly what's the benefit for me. Someone reacted, and then I got the lead. But what's Blanca's benefit? And Blanca's benefit is that Google knows that I have engaged with this. So whenever next time there is something that what was her blog about? Yeah, things that you can do apart from Netflix, right? Alternatives. How else we can learn? So this blog post, little by little, will start scaling on Google and will be relevant. Will start getting relevant. So I got an immediate reaction. She will get also an impact, and she will scale up on Google. So eventually, because a lot of people looked or searched for English for the military, Patricia got that reaction. So will Blanca. Yeah. Okay. So have you? I know that you guys are sharing, but were you actually aware of all these mechanisms? How about you, Charles? Did you know about all these things?
Hello, good morning, Radmila. Good morning,
Hi.
everybody.
Hello.
No, I must say, I haven't been active, honestly, that much here recently because I've been a little tied up with classes and some side projects. So I'm not the well. I was a good person to ask because no, I was not familiar, and it is something I need to either speak to my wife about, or maybe sit down with Maria or you, because I would like to get the ball rolling again, as we say.
Well, what you have is a huge possibility because you can reach a lot of people. A lot of people follow you. So to all of them, by a simple click from your blog, from the not your own, well, your own will come with time, but you can take your from your profile and then go to the Oxinity blog and start sharing, so that you increase your clients and your leads, and the rest is on us. The rest is follow-up, and this follow-up can be more mechanical, us calling, us doing actions, email marketing, or organic through Google remarketing, which is the best way.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you. Have a nice weekend, everybody, too. I got to get going. Thanks, Radmila.
Okay, thank
Bye-bye,
you.
everyone. Have a
Bye.
great weekend.
Do you guys have any question regarding this?
Radmila, it's Fiona. I have a quick question.
Go ahead.
Hi, I'll just try and put my camera on. I don't know if it's working.
Yeah.
Could you please remind me which of the webinars give you information about how to construct a blog? Because I seem to recall that when I first did my week of training that was definitely mentioned. But I would kind of like to have a refresh on that if I'm going to start creating my own content in the future.
Sure, it's the Wednesday webinars at 11:30. If you can join them, then we're going to go over it. but I want to, well, I'm going to use the last webinar that we did on that. I'm going to cut it. I need a little bit of time, and I'm going to share with all of you because it has great tips on blogging, on Facebook, on LinkedIn. So I'm going to just prepare it for the different social media. So if you want to know about blogging, then you will watch that. But you can
Okay.
join any Wednesday and we're going to help you with it. But remember, stage one is I will be more than happy if you collaborate and create content. That would be amazing. But stage one is available right now. So stage one is just sharing with your IDC. Yeah, and that requires nothing but just asking yourself, what content to whom? That's it.
Mm. Yeah, I have started doing that. I mean, to be honest, using social media in this way has been really new for me. And I opened a completely new LinkedIn account, so started to go through my old contacts. So I'm gradually building it up, and I have been sharing in the way that you just demonstrated. So I think that 2 weeks ago you did a great Friday talk where you clarified a lot of that for me. So I've felt more confident about doing it, and seeing it
Great.
again just sort of confirms it. So I'm very much just at stage one of your 4 stages, and I'm sure it won't be too long before I move onto creating some content.
No, don't worry, don't worry. Do you know how to share, Fiona? Like, are you confident in sharing? Do you know how to do that? The process, I mean.
The process of sharing the blogs in the way that you
Hmm.
just described.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, I'm now confident doing that. I've been doing that for a couple of weeks now, so I'm starting to get into the habit of doing it regularly.
Okay. Now, regarding social media, I'm just asking because if you have any concerns there, you can share your screen and I can guide you, yeah, to
Oh.
that.
No, it's okay. No, I feel that I completely understand how I've got to do that with the IDC
Yeah.
and tracking it. So no, that's fine.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
Okay. So regarding social media, again, don't get scared because it can be actually if you're not so into that what is more important is what you just said, Fiona, which is now I'm communicating, I'm finding my old contacts. This is key. Yeah, because we have to start with our immediate surroundings in terms of contacts. I'm finding my old contacts and I'm reaching them. Fine. And now that you have them identified, send them content. This is it. So
Hmm.
if Anna, I know that you've raised your hand, but let me ask, if is there someone that is not so confident, so that we do the, I can help you guys by showing you. Is there someone that needs that practical guidance right now? No, Freya, the newest teachers, Christian. How about you, for instance? Let me ask you.
Yeah, it seems, well, once I get my head into it and actually spend some time to do it, I think it'll be straightforward enough.
You have, do you want to do it now, just to, so that we make sure that you know how it is done?
Yeah, I mean, I can give it a go if we've got time.
Well, share your screen then. Go to iam.oxinity.com,
Yep.
yeah, and share your screen with us.
Great. I have a million tabs open, so if you want to see, just give me a second. I'll share my.
Don't worry about that. You just you can choose one tab actually to share one tab.
There we go. Can you see my screen?
Perfect. Then now, okay, so now open a brand new tab. Not
Yep.
there, just a brand new tab. Mm-hmm. Type, how would you do it? Type oxinity.com, right?
There we go. Oh, actually, that's a video, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Okay, go to the three there. Go to blog.
Have I got something happening on my computer?
Yeah, go to blog now. You see the tab of blog? Yeah, there. Okay. Why is this?
Let me close and reopen the browser because I have a feeling I've opened up too many things on my computer.
Okay. Meanwhile, Anna, did you want to mention something?
Yeah, I wanted to ask something because related blogging.
Yeah.
It's very quick. I was trying to open, for example, the link that I shared in my social media, and previously before we launched the marketplace on Oxinity, and the link that we have shared previously, like I don't know, a month ago, 2 months ago, for example, they are not opening anymore. I mean, since we launched the marketplace, now the link to the website is different. So you know that it's oxinity.com/professor/ my name, blog, the blog title, right? The previous links, I can send you one, for example.
Yeah, send me one. Yeah, because if there is something that we need to reprogram, we will.
I think that what we need to do, we need just to redirect all the previous pages to the new pages, with the different link.
That's great. Actually, any of you who comes across something that is not quite, you don't quite understand, let me know, because we're very focused on it now. So we will be fixing all these little things that you can spot. Yeah.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to send a link now. Okay, so this is the old link, and it's not linked to marketplace yet. Can you see that?
I now can. Yeah. Okay.
So I tried opening it yesterday, and together with other blogs I shared, some time ago, and they're not opening. So we need to redirect them.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you see that?
Okay. Yeah. Let me see.
That's the only thing.
Just a minute.
Yes.
Yes.
Plenty of stuff time ago. I mean, not
Look,
only me.
I'm going to give you the same link. Now it works. Look. Now check this.
Yeah, now it should go with professores, right?
Yeah, or just oxinity.com/s, the language, then blog, the same. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. How about you, Steve? You wanted to mention something?
Yeah, just something I've mentioned a couple of times now. It's that World Book Day in 2 weeks today, I think. Yeah. So in and around this idea of people producing their own blogs, and there's also discussion of maybe a video of people talking about a favorite book or something. Of course, it relates also to kids learning tips, but I just kind of thought that right at the moment, actually, making a blog sometimes certainly takes me a long time. But what about a one blog with every teacher who wants to contribute, just talking very briefly about their favorite book, and then producing one blog that can all be shared with everybody's ITC or something like that. So like a blog that's written by a number of different Oxinity teachers, whoever wants to chip in just a paragraph about a favorite book.
Well, I would love to participate in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and also, if you've got people developing materials over the next week for that particular run up to that week, just if we could find a lot of materials on favorite books or on the importance of reading, kids and adults, and then just share it.
Yeah. I will send you mine. Yeah. In English, right?
Sure, yeah, or whatever you think. But in terms of just those themed materials for topics in and around the next week as well. If we can also kind of get a lot of things together on that subject.
I love the idea. So you can, I mean, again, you can write that. We can all participate in it, and then we can all share it with our IDC. And it's the perfect win-win. I would love that.
Sure. Okay. Great.
Do you want it for kids or adults?
Well, it's both, I suppose, isn't it? I mean, if we're talking about a favorite book, you've got two options there, isn't it? In adult life or in when you were younger. But I suppose two would be a good idea. But maybe those more specialised in the primary might want to think around what they would do there. I think there was something in the Guardian this week as well about reading tips for kids, so I could share that in the group.
You'll have my two suggestions for kids and adults today.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. If you guys want to send Steve yours, then go ahead. That's great. Mark, you wanted to mention something?
Whether that thing, because people were talking about links, whether that thing we talked about the links, because remember, because I wrote the blog post and the links, there was a problem with the links because I put like a ton of links in it and they weren't highlighting. And has that been fixed now, or because it didn't look as if it had been fixed when I looked at it?
Yeah.
Remember that? Yeah. It wasn't the highlighting, because when you went to the blog post, I remember I said this to you before, that the links only showed up if you put your cursor over the top.
Yeah. Let me show you guys what we're talking about.
If you could do that.
Just a minute, so that they don't wonder what we're.
That's it, because I put a load of vocab and other links and things.
Yes. We will fix that. I'm sure that that has.
Yeah. Because I really want to put that up on LinkedIn, but I don't really want to put it up without the links. It's like a wasted opportunity there.
Sure. Okay, so basically, Mark has this blog post, which has some words that are hyperlinked, but only when we hover over, we see that. So not until we do that, but that will be fixed. I will make it. Yeah, I will speed up.
I think I'll have to put a picture in there as well. So try and find another picture. I had to draw that picture myself because I couldn't find anything relevant in anything decent in Pixabay.
No worries. Well, you have Pixabay, you have FreePic, you even have a lot of free stuff on Canva.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's the point. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah.
Okay,
How about
thanks.
you, Brent? What about you? You have a question?
I don't think his mic was working. He had a problem with his microphone, I think he said.
Yeah. Because he has raised. If you want to write it down, Brent, I can read it maybe and answer. Any other questions while Brent is writing? Still not working. It's okay. Do you want to write it? Write it down. So guys,
hi guys, well, can you hear me now?
Now, yes.
Yes. Excellent. Okay. Sorry, the microphone wasn't working. I didn't really want to say much. It was just to let you know that I wasn't ignoring you before when you asked me about my strategies, and also just to let you know as well that I have been using the blog posts as well. I've been posting on Facebook and LinkedIn. A few times. I know how to use it quite well, and it's a good system. I like it. I enjoy it, and I think it's a good way to advertise and get out there.
Thank you, and I have to also say that you've got a very good progression as well. So congratulations to you too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Very, very well done. And we can still perfect it. Of course, this is just the beginning.
Of course.
It's been very good for you. Very productive. So congratulations.
Bit by bit, we'll get there.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Okay, guys. So let's do this. Please try what we just said. So try sharing. Sharing is easy. You go to the blog, you just copy to clipboard, you start sharing, do the trial. If you come across any issue, so all blog posts, this and that, let me know. We will check it. I can, as you can see, very easily transform or design the URL so that it works for you, and get on top of it, because that is the simplest, the simplest and most effective way for you to have a very good growth. One tool, one message to communicate every day. You're getting your audience, and little by little start sharing and communicating with them. Okay, so any other question on your part before we go?
I want to say something.
Go ahead.
Well, I want to thank you, Autumn, for giving us that post about how LinkedIn optimizes content. And there, I know all of us are very active. Some of us are very, very active. But the article said that the icon that works the most is the one with the little hand and the heart. So maybe you've been seeing that. That's what I've been clicking on. And it's good. It's even better if we can comment each other's posts. So maybe some of you have seen that I always write something short, like really cool, how nice, thank you. And that clicking on that icon and commenting would actually help us each other a bit more. So if you're participating on LinkedIn, I just let you know that I'm going to be doing that with the partners, and I hope that we all do that for the rest.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you, Georgina.
Well, thanks to you.
Another thing that I do besides like comment, I comment as well, but I also like tag the person like in the comments. So I reply to all the comments, like even if it's something small, I reply to all the comments. I tag their name in the comment again, because that way, like I've noticed that sometimes, like if someone else replies to your comment, like you can see, like people from your network can see that, oh, like so and so replied to your comment, or so and so comment on this post. Like I think like 2 weeks ago I shared like a post about pronunciation about minute, and it like took off. Like like it took off, and I didn't even think that it was gonna happen. It was just something like casual that I found interesting, and like I'm still commenting on it today. So, and another thing is like try not to use like too many hashtags.
It said 10. Sorry, Autumn, on the article that you sent, that was really measured, and it said no more than 10.
No more than 10, yeah.
What I didn't get is how many people you can tag. What I do know is that if you tag too many people, the algorithms are not going to show your post.
Yeah, don't tag a lot of people.
But
like,
I don't know the limits.
I don't tag too many people in the article or in a comment thing unless I find it interesting, or I think that they might find it interesting, or I'm looking for their opinion. Another thing I'm trying is the carousel post, like how to make the sliding post, because then that means that people have to spend more time on your content, and that's good. So I tried one and it didn't really work. So I'm going to try another one with like more slides, like maybe 5 or 6. And they're very easy to do, but you want to download like the content as like a PDF. Because if not, if you load it up as like you want to download it like as a PDF document. Because if not, if you try to upload it as pictures, it'll just show up as random pictures instead of like in the carousel post where people can like scroll. Like I don't know if you've seen the post where like you can scroll through people's posts. They have like a title, and then they've got like things to do and not to do. Like Laura, she did one really well the other day. So something like that, but you have to like download it as a PDF.
But what do you mean download as a PDF? You have to upload a PDF on there, or I don't understand that.
I'm gonna look for the article that I found.
Okay.
That helped me.
Okay.
That helped me look for, because I saw something about it on like Canva sent me something, and I was kind of like, what? And then I'll look for the article and I'll post it in this chat. And if anyone wants the LinkedIn one, then I'll repost it in this Friday chat too, so you can see. Or if you just want to ask me questions, you can just send me like a message.
Great, Autumn.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. Thank you. Okay, amazing, guys. Thank you very much for the ideas, for sharing your tips, Autumn, Georgina, Anna, Brent, and also don't forget about Steve's books. Yeah, so help him, and it's an amazing initiative. And start sharing. Yeah, we will see all these little things that can happen if, of course, send me a message if you come across something, but start with it right now. Yeah, start with it and start building your presence, start sharing, and start with one objective in mind, which is getting clicks. The rest is going to be just a consequence. Okay, guys, so thank you very much. Thank you, everyone, and have a great weekend.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a great weekend.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes, thanks. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.